And I think we're live. It says we're live on my end. My computer didn't update. There we go. It's going live now, it looks like. Yeah, we're live. Fantastic. Live from Western Massacre. It's Tuesday night. I appreciate everybody that's actually here. I did not expect people to actually be here when I went live. This is the first time I've scheduled one ahead of time. Although it wasn't much notice, it was some. Usually I just decide I'm going to do it and I do it. Holy Lord, it's that dumb cheese grits. What's going on, Terraphone? By the way, Terraphone, I will not be sending you an Abus challenge lock. I made one, and it is a nightmare making those really, really tiny pins that's in there, so I will make you a challenge lock out of something else. I had a hell of a time making the one I made, and I can't pick it. Like, I can't pick it. It's. I mean, I'm sure I can. I haven't spent enough time on it, but it was a lot of work. So, not that that's a problem, but I would like something that's a little more manageable to send out, I guess. I'm getting old. The eyes don't work so well. The big fat Twinkies don't get into the little nooks and crannies all that well anymore. So I need bigger pens. Sorry about that, but you will get one. Again, thank you to everybody that's here. Let me pull my chat up. There we go. So I can see. Black Smoke Joe, good evening. Yeah, of course I'm thinking about. I told you I'd send you one. I will send you one. So I had an interesting night last night. Had a shitty afternoon and evening today. But I did have an interesting night last night. I ended up in a video conference with Broke Picks, who got me going in the right direction on disc detainer picking, because I know nothing about how all that works. Nothing at all. I don't even pretend to know how that works. And I still don't quite know how it works. I haven't opened anything yet. But he spent a few hours working with me on it, which I appreciate. Like, that's huge. Somebody takes time out of their day. Diet Coke, not a sponsor. Should be, for that matter. George Killian's Irish Red should also be. They are not. Anyways, so I spent a couple of hours face smashing into disc detainer locks with Broke Picks last night. And I didn't come out a winner, which is fine. That's part of the learning process. But we went from that to safes. And got my safe dial operational, although we did need some help from G Keyman there. So if anybody needs help with safes, I cannot even tell you how much of a help G Keyman was on getting my safes operational. The assembly process was interesting. Getting the dials working was interesting. This is a Sparrow Vault, by the way. I've had this for a while. When it comes to you, it is set to open on, you need to find two numbers. And it's set to do the numbers in the order they're supposed, like in the order that you dial them in, like, because it's not necessarily how safes work. You got to kind of figure it out. But they've got a good system here with different levers. The that have steppings to them, so that you can progressively get harder and harder. Like this one here has, like that's all three wheels, but it's stepped, so they will kind of trip in the order they're supposed to. I did it with the way it comes stock, and then I went and put the hard one in. And somewhere along the lines, I screwed the whole mechanism up, and I couldn't figure it out. So, G Key Man straightened my ass out last night, and got me operational. So I will be picking safes, decoding dials, I believe is the nomenclature I should use. Not tonight, because I haven't done any of that work yet, and there's a little bit to it. It's, if you haven't done it, it's a fun situation. It's neat how it all works. But I have the relatively simple Sparrows, at least the way it comes from the factory. It's pretty simple. I haven't done it with the full Monty lever in there, and then I have the real deal. So again, G Keyman, thank you so much for all the help. Mr. Labs, how are you? Good to see you. So that was a great, like I was up way later than I expected to be, but I had a great time. So we are going to turn this camera around and go to the bench. And I do have a mail call. I got a package today. It's not anything fancy. Actually, I want to show off what I got the other day too. But we're going to open the package first. So I got a package from Amazon, the Prime. The Prime came through for me. Let's back this out. Can we back it out anymore? No, we can zoom it in, but we can't back it out anymore. That's fine. We're going to get out the old trusty package opener, and we are going to open. There we go, open. Put that away because I will cut myself. Chef for 30 years, and I will cut myself. There we go. I picked up, I've been falling in love with picking the dimple locks, and all I have are, besides the hawks, and I'm not really a fan of them. I feel like without working on, like the ends of them are just bulky and rough, and I thought they were okay, but they're not. They are, but they're not. But I do like my multi-picks, but I only have two handles, so I bought some pin vices to try out and see if we can throw some multi-pick tips in here and have more than the basic amount of more than two set up. So we're gonna see if it even fits. I haven't touched these yet. I don't know nothing about it. If it works, I only need a couple of these. That means I got extras, at least two. I'm happy to give them away at some point to somebody that might need handles. Right in the dimples. That's right. Rusty Spoon, what's going on, buddy? Those of you that jumped into my friend and now yours, Steve Leahy's live feed on Monday night, thank you for that. He thanks you for that. He's an artist. He makes his money doing art, and he makes his living doing art. So the more people that go and join him in, the better. He had a great live feed on Monday, and our good friend Swamp Picker won a painting, a very cool painting. If you haven't seen any of Steve Leahy's paintings, they are unbelievable. All right, so I can already see a problem here. Maybe it'll work on the other side. I might have to drill these out. I'll chuck them up in the, yeah, the pin vices. I'll chuck them up in the lathe if I need to, and drill a hole into them. Okay, this side works. So if I need to, we will. If I need to drill out one side, I will. Like, not tonight. I won't do it on the live because I'm not set up to do that kind of on location filming yet. But maybe someday, once I figure out how to use my damn lathe correctly, we can go down there and make something. All I do is make rings on it. Yeah, we might be able to get in there. I'll take this all the way apart and see what's going on here. Yeah, we should be able to get one in there. I should probably get out some sort of wrench and like crank it down a little more, but we're just going to play with it as it is. Yeah, always pull the cap off, see what's inside. Open everything. Which, with that being said, I'm actually going to just use a couple more of these because I got 3 tips and I don't want one weird odd one sitting around, so we're just going to pin them up. Michael McLong, what's up, buddy? There's one of the artist friends of mine, and now an artist friend of yours, guys. Michael McLong is a fantastic airbrusher. Also airbrushes here on YouTube. If you're bored, check out his live feeds as well. Thanks for joining in, buddy. Good to see you. Okay, so I haven't really found a need to use these curved flags yet. I will. Maybe that's actually the answer that I need, is use the curved flags in some of this stuff. I was actually going to go ahead and try to beat my time on the blue whale tonight as well. But my blue lock that I am comfortable with has been sent off for reevaluation to MG Secure out in lovely Los Angeles, California. If any of you have bought the Canard and DeGard box from green to purple in the dimples and have received Canards with serrated spools or serrated pins, they may be getting upgraded. The original ranking on those, wow, that's awfully big. They ranked them on standards. So the fact that there's five serrateds in there, that's a significant difference. So that could mean something for you. It would be cool if the green was actually a blue and if the blue was actually a purple. Although that would mean I am already currently a purple belt. It's okay, I'm going to get a different one open anyways. So, okay, so these all are different sizes. That's what I'm noticing. Oh, I see what's going on. They turn in and out. I don't need, that's too big, I think. Yeah, I think I might need to drill them out. But for $8, these pin vices are just fine. Hopefully they will secure these picks long enough to open something up. I'm gonna try it out though. Well, they're both pin and pin. And yeah, those of us that have them will be happier than hell if they upgrade them. I don't know if the 4-pin is gonna like, I don't even know if I would want to upgrade it from green to blue. But the blue one for sure to purple makes sense to me. Just, that's a lot of serrated pins. The one lock you have there with the blue band. Yeah, this one here you can pretty much, you could flex on it and it'll open. I bought a lot of these, Michael. They're from Harbor Freight. There is a challenge where you open any 20 padlocks in under 5 minutes to complete the challenge. I bought them for that. Opening 20 of anything, shit, opening 20 Christmas presents in 5 minutes is a feat. So, you know, when you're talking locks, that's a little different, little bit different. Let's see if I can actually pop this relatively quick for you. Now that the camera's on and the spotlight's going, it's a different ball game. I was actually just working this before this feed to try and make sure I could pop it in a really quick period of time, but yeah, it's arguing right now, so I'm not going to keep fighting with it, make an ass of myself on my live feed, which I'm pretty good at doing. But the thing is like with these cheap locks, it's kind of hit or miss. Like, yes, they open easily. They're not going to keep you out, not for long. But because of how much slop is inside of the locks, it's hit or miss whether they're going to open up real quick or not. They don't really tell you anything. You just kind of shove your stuff in and out and they open. It's funny, I opened one of these in 5 and I can't get into it at all now all of a sudden. There we go. So yeah, there's not much to them. But the blue belt locks are a little more intricate. So that's where they start getting kind of like as in the karate belt, blue belt, they start getting interesting at that level. Well, Billiam, that is correct. You bitch pick them faster than you can single pin them. You'll get it. They kind of respond. I don't know what's going on. Like, they don't respond to emails. I sent them an email asking if it was okay if I use their artwork on my t-shirt. And I haven't heard back. So I'm going to send them another email pretty soon. And yeah, this one's pretty damn cheap. I think they're like $2 each. Doesn't get much cheaper. So I don't know if there's something going on there, if they just not in the shop very often. Packlock responded the next morning, actually the same day that I inquired about using the Packlock 200K Club. I think I have these right here. Yeah, here we go. Pull them out. Most of us know what they are, but some people do not. So the Berserker, this is the achievement that you get for opening 20 padlocks in 5 minutes or less. Awesome, awesome, awesome patch. 200K club. This is an achievement you get from picking this padlock or comparable padlock, any of the 200K keys. There's 7 pins in here. They are security pins. There's only a blue belt lock, which, I mean, technically I did my blue whale with it. I could throw it into the pile and try to beat my time, because I need to shave 17 seconds off my time in order to get my star on my patch. But you get this one for doing that. Packlock has sent me a high resolution digital version of this that I can use for printing my t-shirt, which, you know, as long as I'm not selling it, they're cool with it. They also, Lockjaw does the Night Watch, which you get for doing a 30-minute live feed after 11 p.m. your time. You got to do at least a 30-minute live feed, and you get this patch. It's a killer patch. But I've asked them for the artwork, and I've gotten no response. But again, like, Packlock responded instantly. And then I was the 154th person in the world to do the blue whale. Which it's cool when you think about that. Like, this is a cool challenge. It's not an easy challenge. You got to open a white belt, a yellow belt, a green belt, an orange belt. White, yellow, orange, green, blue belt lock consecutively, one after another. I don't think you actually need to gut them, but I do anyways in those challenges, so there's no questioning anything. I'm actually going to frame that up and put it on the wall right next to my Steve Leahy art. Sorry, I'm looking at some of the features on the camera. I'm trying to, like, back it out more, but it looks like I can't go to half distance. What's going on, Swamp Pecker? There is our art winner from Monday night, Mr. Swamp Pecker. Again, if you guys have open time, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Mondays, Stephen Leahy art. Live feed. The man gives away phenomenal art. He does phenomenal art. I'm going to give him another plug. I'm going to keep plugging him too. I'm going to try and get him another 1,000 subscribers. I don't even have 1,000, but if I get him 1,000, that's cool. Again, this man makes his living doing art, so you know the term starving artist. We don't want that. He's too generous. So go ahead and check him out. Make a suggestion in the form of 543, and then whatever you'd like to see him paint. Whether he picks it or not, you are entered to win a painting the next week. Yeah, I've got, like, a lot of sweet paint. I got 5 of them at this point from him. You're only allowed to win 1 a year, so that's how long I've been following him. I did get one of them as an extra throw-in for a Easter thing I bought last year. I bought a little zombie bunny that he was painting. Hey, you know, it's a little cutesy, tchotchke, knick-knack thing, but it's a zombie bunny, which makes it even cooler. I don't know where it is, or I would show it to you. It's in here somewhere. One of these days I will clean my shop. So yeah, now that all of that is out of the way, let's chuck up one of these. Let's chuck up this DeGard. I've opened the other one. This one I have not opened. Why is it feeling seized? That would make a difference why I can't open it. Back this off one notch. It's funny how finicky locks are. Don't tell me I need to disassemble you and figure out what's going on. We're going to put that one down and go to this one. Oh, I probably got the key switched. That would make sense. Yeah, keys are switched. That's the problem. Yeah, that could be. Like, you guys are super generous over there. Yeah, there we go. We're operational. Oh, that's not a problem, Broke Picks. Again, thanks for the tutelage last night. That was fantastic. I am gonna fire up that little picker again later and see where we get with it. Yeah, okay, so I've used the smaller flag. Let's, again, Steve Leahy art, Monday nights, 6 p.m. He's going to start learning how to lockpick. So he's part of our community at this point. One of these days he'll be popping into the Discords and saying hi, maybe. I made a suggestion last week or on Monday, for him to paint a glass padlock. So if he does, that will be cool. Why is this so close? We're just going to have to back it out. I want a whole set of these. I saw a set on maybe Lockpick and Lawyers. You liking the multi? Yeah, after using the multi-picks, I can't stand the hucks. Then again, I haven't finished my hucks. I finished one, and the one I finished works pretty well. It's smooth. But I feel like the tips are too thick. Oh, come on. So this one's got a decent finish on it, and it's pretty round. But I can't seem to open squat with it, so... Watch this thing pop right open. Boink, boink, boink. This would be considered a purple belt lock. This is a DeGuard 5-pin interactive spool. 4 spools. It doesn't look like much, I know that. It's the same as this. This one looks a little more formidable. However, I can open that one. I haven't been able to open this one yet. So let me adjust this camera a little bit out of my way. There we go. Turn this towards you. Yeah, I wish this was a little bit thicker because I do like these types of turners. The Hooks turners are incredible. We're going to try the multi-pick flags on the pin vise handle, which so far it seems pretty good. Let's see what happens once I get stuck in this lock. Yeah, I like these better than I like the Batwing style turners. They fill the lock up more. For a while there, I was throwing some thinner ones in it too. Like just trying to really get it tight in there because I do like that. Your zero lift outers on 4 and 5, and yeah, they're. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, right? Like once you open that DeGuard, it'll open. That at least that's the way it was for me. I had to get it open once, and then it started to cooperate. This one I haven't gotten into yet at all. The first time I opened my DeGuard, I opened it 3 times in under 4 minutes. Immediately, one after another, just boom, 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 boom. So, like I said, once you get it open, the lock itself makes sense, I guess. And Mr. Broke Picks is going to loan me one of those multi-lock interactives because I can pick that type of lock. So I just need to get another purple under my belt that is different than a DeGuard. What's cracking, Delbert? Thanks for coming in. I do have that purple belt, but yeah, I'm closer to speaking fluent Chinese than I am to opening that lock. And wajid dao yi dian zhong wen. I speak a little bit of Chinese. Yeah, these detainers are crazy. These pen and pen dimple locks are crazy as well. Yeah, these 5 pin and pin locks they're no joke. Like, I mean, it's like anything else, I guess. When you learn it, you learn it. Speaking of nutty locks, CM, what the hell's his name? CMFXMA, like LMAFMO. What the hell's his name? Chuck, can you throw a link by chance for CMFXA's shop? Yeah, locks on cars, that's dimple locks are very, yeah, CMFXA. His shop sells some pretty cool locks, and we're going to take a break from this. Some of you have seen this, some of you have not. I picked this up from him, and it was not, look, like this gets shipped out. Yeah, I got the key out of it. This gets shipped out as a double black belt lock. It is gnarly. The key gets stuck in it though. Yeah, this lock is unbelievable. I contacted him last night and said the key gets stuck. He said that shouldn't be happening. I said, yeah, I know it shouldn't, but it does, because they're brand new keys. Like they are brand new cut keys, but they do come out. My hand's a little slippery right this second. The key does come out, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to take this lock. I might even take this apart tonight on this feed and see what's in there. See, the key comes out. You just got to play with it. But these are sharp. There's some really small bitting in here. I'm going to take some sandpaper and just kind of knock them down. But this lock is bonkers. and it can be, it's shipped as a double black belt lock, but then it comes with different pinning arrangements in order, like it's sliders. There's 12 sliders in here, which I don't know the first thing about picking sliders. So I'm going to end up eventually figuring that out. 7, 8, 9, 10 hardware. This can be pinned down to a purple. And then it can be pinned as a, my planned intention this, I don't know yet. I've seen it done with top of keyway. So I'm guessing I'm going to tension it like this. I'm going to chuck it up and tension it like this, I think. I haven't given it too much thought. And I'm not going to pick it in hand. I can't even hold my pecker for 7 minutes. I'm certainly not holding this for an hour and a half while I try to pick it. Yeah, well, I pretty much going to have to bitch pick anything the first time to get it open. Like, I'm okay with bitch picking if it gets me an open. It's not a rake and it counts. But yeah, that came in and it's more, it was a novelty buy. He took care of me and I said, you know what? I want the lock. I'm just going to buy the lock. So I bought the lock. Let's actually change this out. Try a different style of tensioning with this. I have not gotten this lock open yet, so maybe it is the tensioning that I need to. I'm not a light-handed picker in the least. Yeah, that lock gets configured to every belt from purple up to double black. Mr. Billion, you have a good night. Wild Billion, we all. So that lock will prove to be fun for a little while at least. And then I have that Schlage Primus Everest. That's a brown belt. I'm actually waiting to hear back from Picksmith regarding keys. He's going to make keys for it, control and send me some finger pins, but I'm waiting for him to give me a confirmation on where to send the money to make the keys. I didn't realize he was a professional locksmith, or at least a high-end locksmith. If not doing it professionally, he's a high-end locksmith. So Michael, everything is pickable. Nothing is secure, my man. Obviously, sometimes picking them open is not the answer. If you're trying to get into them quickly. Yeah, I hooked up with Picksmith. Thank you for that. That man is a fucking animal. That's all I can say. Like, I'm like, yeah, I have this lock. I need keys and a control key. And he's like, yeah, not a problem. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was just another walk in the park. He's also, like, if I can pick these best locks out of the bodies, he can make control keys and give me an operational key for that too. Which, like, that's skill. Yeah, he knows his shit, all right. You weren't kidding. When you said you need a picksmith, and I said, what the hell's a picksmith? Yeah. Orange, this is not mine. This came from Broke Picks. This is Broke Picks tensioning. Yeah, every one of my artist friends, except for me, can do that. Steve Leahy could probably do you a little tiny leaflet book cover. Michael McLung probably could paint you something. I mean, these guys do relatively mind-blowing art. So, Mr. Michael McLung paints a lot of automotive pieces that are quite realistic. Yeah, Broke knows his shit as well. But yeah, tensioning like this and this type of a lock is gold, Mr. Orange. And thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Thank you. You come to the Cheese Grits and Nyquil show and you leave with a little piece of gold. Look at that. Yeah, the Reaper is so comfortable in this situation as well. Like just the shape of it is super comfortable in this application. You don't need to crank on it because the milling on the lip there is so intense. Yeah, the Reaper turners, like, they're probably my favorite top of keyway turners out. Actually, I haven't tried the wavy ones yet. Those are probably pretty good too. They just look like they have good leverage, but the Reaper turners are my favorite so far. And their bottom keyway turners are fantastic as well. I keep getting little tiny advances on that core. I don't know if the line doesn't look like it's moved, but it keeps feeling like it's moving. So maybe we'll get somewhere. I know this is like watching paint dry, but it's extremely comfortable. And it's out of the way. You can see, like, I like being able to see straight in. Look at those teeth. Like, I like being able to I feel like a dentist. Open up, Mr. Smith. This tensioning method, like, I haven't gotten anything open with it because I can only use it on this lock and I haven't been able to pick this lock yet. But this opening method, like, I couldn't, like, he was explaining it to me and I had a really, really hard time understanding what he was saying until he sent me a picture and I went, holy shit. Like, that is just brilliant. Okay, we're going to come in from the other side and see if we can get some progress here. I don't know why the key and knob feels so much more difficult than my cylinder, but how's the head feel? Cider will pack one hell of a headache. Uh-oh, I just heard all the pens drop, which might not be a bad thing. All right, get the blood back in the hand. This hand, super comfortable, not even worried about it. What's the book on, Terraphone? They'll classify something as an epic fantasy versus a fantasy. Yeah, broke. This is like finding free bus fare, man. Like this tip is phenomenal. The way to tension this, yeah, this. I told you, like as soon as you told me, I was like, what the, like how did I not think of that? Because it makes so much sense once you see it in action. Like, oh yeah. I mean, you think about it, it's you can stuff the hole full, or you can leave the hole wide open. Like, you got nothing but working. Oh, lost my feed here. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Yeah, you don't. You don't think of it because you're like, well, that's top of the keyway. That's not dimple. No, it's definitely dimple for sure. Dimple. Where is my pens? Gotcha. Come on. All right, we're gonna reset here. I need one of those snowmans so I can go in there and scrub it a little bit, but yeah, we talk about all sorts of stuff here on the Cheese Grits and Nyquil show. I got a lot of hobbies. Like, that's my thing. I'm Mr. Hobby. I do a lot of different things. And I like to bring my communities together because there's a great camaraderie in all of the things that I choose to do. And they do get along from like art and picking lots go. Everybody likes art, right? And everybody likes to see locks get picked. Like, it's cool to see how that whole thing comes together, especially when you start getting into some of these more intense locks. Like, it's so cool to see them get picked, or come here and watch me fail on them. Like that, you learn what not to do. Side of keyway, yeah. Perfect coinage. Side of keyway. You top key? No, I'm a side of keyway guy. All right. Pin 4 does not want to do anything. And pin 5 I don't feel. So those... Yeah, that's Chuck. That's absolutely a real thing. Like, although I will say, these quick set smart keys, I understand that you can shove a screwdriver in there and just torque it and break the internals and you're in, which is most likely what somebody would do to enter your house if they're not going to pick your front door. Yeah, I might have to see if I can find one. I mean, I've got locks to pick. I got to learn how to pick these disc detainers. Although the person that sent them to me, I reached out to, and I was like, running into walls like on this Anchor Loss, and he says, yeah, no, go to the Zarker, pick the Zarker, and do this, which is, yeah, we're gonna try that actually here in a minute. There, I got a little bit of rotation on that. Where's the money shot? Come on. I'm still Cheese Grits and NyQuil. The channel's just called Western Massacre, but I still go by Cheese Grits and NyQuil. Like now, it got confusing because I was starting to like make friends and get into communities as Cheese Grits and NyQuil, and then the big change happened. But like I was cautioned about continuing with the name Cheese Grits and NyQuil for what I'm doing, but I should have just kept it Cheese Grits and NyQuil. Now it's too late, but like the logo was killer. Like I love the logo and I like everything that's come out of it so far. And quite soon here, I will be going active and trying to put together a Western Massacre Locksport get together. See if I can get some people from the LPU that live in this area to come and meet up, but nobody seems to want to get together, which is fine too. Like people have lives and they enjoy doing other things. So, but I will be trying to start something here. What I should do is start taking a class or two again at the community college down the street and just start a group there. What I should do. I know the young kids would be like, this is cool shit, man. All right, we are about to give up on this DeGard. Put it away for another day. And yeah, I'm not going to keep, I'm getting no progress on it and I don't feel anything with it. So, but yes, in answer to the question before, the multi-picks over the Hucks, hands down. And I mean, if you finish your Hucks to the same sizes, yeah, but if you look, like, this is the smallest of the Hucks, and like there's just a significant size difference. So they have their purpose. Believe me, I will continue to use the Hucks. What's going on, Dean P? So, without further ado, we're going to try some of this disc detainer work. Got this Zarker. I've been told, stay away from that piece of shit, and I've been told, pick that piece of shit. So we're going to try and pick it. Although the information I was given on it today slightly contradicts the information from last night, which is fine. 100% fine. There we go. So if you look at this configuration, I get a key tape to this. That is acting as my spacer to help keep this pick flush, because there is a gap that this pick leaves when it's at the right tensioning level. So we have done it this way. And I was told to tension everything clockwise and then pick counterclockwise. And find the there's no false gates, so find the disc that, sorry, I'm concentrating. Find the disc that is binding and turn it until it doesn't bind. I don't know if that's the pick turning inside the body or what that was. But we are going to keep going at it, because I am, okay. I feel like this needs to get picked. Rob, I don't know. I don't know how to pick these locks. I'm just learning, so it seems very comfortable. It seems to work. However, I'm finding the pick tip slips. This particular one actually slips when it's cranked down. So I'm going to crank it down a little more and see if that holds more steadfast. But it's smooth. It operates smooth. It looks nice. It's not horribly expensive. Seems about right. I did set this up earlier. I'm just making sure that I set it up correctly earlier. Oops. Yeah, not too expensive. Like the build quality on it's nice. I haven't opened anything with it yet, so I can't really comment on I can't really comment on on the efficiency of the pick, although I have seen Bosnian Bill and lockpicking lawyer and open up tons of these locks with this. So yeah, it's like it almost it operates like a micrometer, which you could probably take a micrometer body and build one of these with it. I wish I could see what was going on in the lock, like as a cutaway. That would be awesome. Awesome learning tool. I was told there are no false gates in this, so find what's that didn't work. Okay, there we go. I don't even know if they make cutaway disc detainers, but it would be helpful. Okay, I can feel the disc turning. They're small, like they are very small. If you look at these pick tips, right? These pick tips they're like 1.5 millimeters or some shit. Like they're small. So they get like you're basically using the edge of a knife. No, this is a Zarker. It is a Mugu Gai panlock. It is a cheap Chinese lock. It's really interesting to try and understand what's happening in here when, okay, that's, when you don't really know what you're doing, like you're trying to, it's like the blind leading the blind, you know? Covert does? I might have to look at that. Yeah, I've got an Anjai Bao showing up tomorrow. Because that's what was recommended by Mr. Brokepicks. He said you could feel everything, the gates, you could feel everything. So that will be coming tomorrow. But the person that loaned me the locks sent me a Zarker and said, yeah, do this one. Told me how he does it, and I can at least feel the discs turning. I can feel where they are as far as setting up this pick. It took me a while to understand, and I still probably have it wrong. I know I got the tensioning right on it at least. I might be using too much tension though. I can feel the disc going back and forth. Looking at the keys, it seems like maybe 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and like 4. I think it's a 6-disc thing. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 5 might be the only things that need to rotate. But I mean, that's purely a complete novice's speculation. He told me to rotate everything clockwise, broke, and then pick the discs counterclockwise. Let me pull up my message real quick. I'm gonna have to restart on that anyways. So. Let's see here. Okay, he said he would start with the Zarker. It doesn't have any false gates and will get you used to disc detainer picking. And then he asked, have you watched the videos, read up how to do it? In other words, turn all the discs clockwise, tension clockwise, pick them counterclockwise, feel for the binding disc, turn until not binding, find the next binding disc, repeat. I don't really know what that means. Find the binding disc and then turn it till it's not binding. I don't really know what that means. If I happen to get an open, it'll probably make sense. But I did find a good use for coffee stirrers. Seems to rotate the lock pretty good. Okay. We're going to go at this again. Oh, don't worry about that at all. I appreciate that you took the time and effort out of your day to try and get me straightened out. Yeah, that's more important than getting the fucking lock open. Thank you. Okay. So we're clear here. There's a binding disc. Gonna make sure I'm level. Like the level thing is crazy. So it turned and now it's totally binded, so I don't know. It's not binding there. Okay. Try heavier tension. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. See, but I don't feel a release. Like the disc just goes, and then it turns. Feel clicks as the disc set. Okay. Okay, that doesn't work there. Too much tension, maybe. We'll get this thing open if I gotta crank the guts out of it. Come on. Yeah, these things it's a different feeling for sure. I mean, same with dimple picking. It's just a whole, I'm focused on this because I want that triple challenge patch. I want that patch. I think it's a great challenge. Some of these rotate and I feel resistance, but I don't feel anything else. Like that, the whole disc rotated, but there was no, that one clicked. Yeah, when you think, yeah, that doesn't, up the tension if you don't feel a click. Find the most bindiest disc and turn. Is just nuts in there. A little extra light. There we go. Yeah, like the concept to this isn't really that difficult, but doing it, on the other hand, I don't know. Like what do you think of my spacer situation? That may have been a click. I don't know if I'm just hitting the end of the rotation or if it's clicking. The process of these is fascinating to me, though, but yeah, it's easier to crack safes, to be honest with you. See, yeah, that disc just rotated all the way with no... I think I just slid off the disc, so we're going to pretend like it's set. Yeah, but you don't have to have hold a safe dial flush and and there is more wheels. There is that. Yeah, I heard that click too, but I don't know if that's the click I'm looking for. Maybe. I don't know if I'm just slipping off the disc. That disc is not moving. That's what I thought. These are not the clicks I'm looking for. But if you hear one, please let me know. YTFP Chris, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. If it binds, oh, hell yeah. If it binds, but no click, leave it fully turned to the right. It's probably a zero disc. If it don't bind and nothing is left. Okay. Sarkers they're immune to everything, it seems. I've never picked a disc detainer lock, so this is a learning experience for me on live feed. So feel free to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I was told there's no false gates in the Zarkers. That doesn't mean there is no false gates in them. I was just told there is none. See you later, Rusty. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, this is something. I don't even know if I have this like set up right. I tried to do it with the. Okay, counterclockwise. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, I'm looking at the key. I don't really understand them. It's a pretty simple key. I don't know what a 0 is. I'm guessing this is a 0. I'm guessing these are fully rotated to the left. I don't know. No cutout is a 0. Yeah, the 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. There's only, I think, 6. Terraphone, thanks for being here, buddy. Have a good night. Yeah, I might have to check that out. I've seen a few of Rook Knight's videos. They're pretty good. Yeah, I tried to set everything to the right, but I don't necessarily know where I am in here. In regards to where these are, like, yeah, thanks, Swampy. So as you look at this key, right? I'm guessing this is I don't know what this Avis key goes to. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that first cut is the first. That's what it looks like to me, Brett. But I don't know where they are in here is what's getting me. I don't know if the first cut from the end of the key is the third wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to be the first, right? The first is a 0, yeah. And those cuts are all pretty uniform size, so I would imagine they would be 1, yeah, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 discs in here? They're that close together? One, two, 2, 3. I wish I had a scope to look in there with. Looks like 1, 2. There's at least 7. It's not my lock, man. It is a cheap lock, but if he was worried about it, he wouldn't send it to me. Okay, so should I work from the bottom up or should I work from the top down? It was loaned to me to pick, to learn how to pick on, but I am a huge advocate of picking or opening locks to see what's in them. Top down, okay. So I'm tensioning on disc 1, right? So I skipped that one. And the next disc is the one I need to pick. Okay. So this is disc 2 here, but it doesn't, like, I don't feel any gates. And again, I don't know what gates feel like. No, I'm not sure. Let's let's take the tip out and see. This is definitely frustrating. That I can say. So we're gonna go like that. And yeah, it's only hitting one disc. Uh-oh. We got a studio crisis happening. Oh no! Lighting falling down and hot diggity. There we go. There you go. Okay. I wish I could back this camera out more, but it doesn't seem to want to do that. So yeah, it's only hitting the first disc. Why can't I pick a disc to Tanner lock? Because you got 6 thumbs, dude. That's why. Yeah, I will absolutely take that recommendation and take a look at it. Yeah, I'm only hitting one disc, so I'm good there. That's why I got the key taped there and all that for spacer purposes, so that I only hit the one disc. Okay, there's the bottom. Yeah, I need to get one of those little ear hole checker things, the webcam ones, cell phone ones. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go all the way to the top. Which feels like right there. So my first disc should be turned. Right, well, the first disc is tension to the, so the second disc should counterclockwise turn. So I feel like it's rotated all the way. I don't know what I'm doing, Jesus. This is the most frustrating thing I've ever tried. It's like trying to do a puzzle with my feet. Tighten that up some more. Michael McLung, thank you for hanging out, buddy. We'll see you, buddy. I don't feel any sort of gates. I don't know. Can anybody explain what the gate's going to feel like? Because it doesn't drop, like, I don't know, it feels like it's and then it just doesn't move anymore. And then it doesn't move anymore. Yeah, like that did not click. Maybe that doesn't need to be turned. Okay. Well, I don't know how much tension I should really be applying, and Now everything feels like it's binding and nothing moves. Oh, is that a click I'm looking for? And nothing. That disc rotates all the way with no clicks. Both directions. I think I'm just snapping off of the discs. I was hoping that I would get this open for everybody. And that's not going to happen. Sometimes, wow, I need to get a better clamp. That's what I need to do. Kind of like Dean P. buying locks when what I should be buying is some damn phone clamps. Those zero discs can almost be set, but not quite. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to spend some time in here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be this evening. I was hoping it would be. But it doesn't seem so. We're going to go back at one of these dimples and try to get an open on one of them. Yeah, that's frustrating as hell. But I appreciate all the tips and all the help. I will definitely watch some of those recommended videos. What were they again? It was John Locke and Rook Knight. Yeah, I'm going to write those names down real quick so I don't forget them. John Locke. Rook Knight. I do know that one. And my popsicle stick out of the way. We're going to go back to trying to get a open on this guy. Let's try to counter tension it. See how that goes. Anybody get into anything fun this afternoon, this evening? Any sort of mayhem that might be costing you 18 years of child support payments? Yeah, too big of a pink. That's a good lunch break. That's all I can say. Red Sox, I appreciate the tips. I will definitely mull them over and try to process those things correctly. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being the first one here, too. 40 minutes prior to the live feed. That was awfully nice of you. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I can't back it out anymore. Oh, that's what I was afraid was going to happen with these. I will never forget the popcorn dick videos, man. Ever. What branch were you in, Swampy? I will say those damn videos they showed us in basic like screwed me up. Thank you for your service. I was a U.S. sailor and not nearly for that amount of years, but if I could go back and do it all over again, I would have done some things differently and spent 20 plus years as a squid. I loved it. Unfortunately, the ladies caused a problem. I'll just leave it at that. 20 years wasn't going to happen. But thank you for your service. Anybody else in here that's a veteran, thank you for your service. Yeah, I am absolutely going to have to take some pliers and crank down the handles on these. I can feel the tip sliding in these pen vise. But they are relatively comfortable. I don't understand why I can't get this damn lock open, though. It is frustrating, to say the least. Where were you stationed in the force? Yeah, I may need to. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah, that's also the big hole side. That shouldn't matter. It closes up pretty good. This is a multi-pick tip. This is very different from the multi-pick handle because the multi-pick handle uses a grub screw. And the picks themselves have a flat spot on them, a little dimple right there. These handles are great, actually. I am gonna, once I learn how to use my lathe properly, I am gonna try and make some custom handles. I probably really don't even need to be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It was a good suggestion. Yeah, that just needs to back up. Like, I don't understand why this isn't being more cooperative. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely hardened steel for sure. Without a doubt, it is definitely hardened steel. German steel at that, like they are known for their metal products. All right, and honestly, like if I'm putting that much torque on these picks, like I'm probably tensioning too much. Which, like, I think about it with the configuration of this tension wrench, it doesn't take much pressure to add a lot of rotational torque to it. Keep that in mind if you try this tensioning situation. It's easy to apply a lot of force, like really easy to apply a lot of force. I'm gonna back it down to here. Yeah, the collet is nice on these, but like with the multi-pick bodies, they're super slim. They got little rubber grommets all along here. So they're incredibly comfortable. These feel like the hooks with the knurling, which when I was picking with the hooks, like my fingers the next day would be all tore up from like death pencil in them. Setting pins that, they're like, no, we're not going to set. You're going to set. We are going to set you into the spots on this lock that you didn't even know existed. The multi-pick tips are much harder than the tips on my hooks, I will say that. What's going on, Spicy? Picking the DeGard you sent me, I can't get into this one. I don't know what it is. I can get into the other one. I can't get into the one you sent me. Think you abused it and it's mad. Yeah, I think you stuck like 13 middle fingers inside this keyway, and each of them has like 42 knuckles. I felt a little rotation in the core. There's a little counter rotation. Yeah, I'm going to put all these in there for cheese grits. Have fun with that, you fat bastard. I have not made any picks yet. That is coming. I do like to craft. I do like to make things. Made a couple challenge locks so far, but I have not made a pick yet or a tension wrench. And I'm thinking I'm going to start with tension wrenches because I want more of this style, but in different sizes, like thicker gauge. Yeah, Keeman, that's a great one. I mean, I've seen people use that foam rubber squishy tape that you get from like the ER when you go in there and you bent your pecker the wrong way and they wrap it up with that squishy purple tape. I might have some of that stuff laying around. It's weird. I feel like the core rotate like ever so slightly. It just rotated there, but then it goes back. I'm going. I'm not strong, but I'm going. I haven't gotten anything open. I have run into walls now for 2 straight hours. I've showed the world profoundly how I cannot pick disc detainer locks and how I can't pick this lock. So, yeah. You better believe when I do pick this lock, it's, I'm going to make like 8 videos about it. You better believe it. I might even get some Bud Light girls in it. I don't get any visual rotation of the keyway here, which kind of bums me out. Let's switch to a Hux in a little bit larger format. Other direction. Maybe that'll help. I might be using too small of a flag. Big old saw blades, old crosscut saws work good for tension. Put a little whisker biscuit right on this thing and boo, we're in there. A lot of clicking, a lot of things giving me feedback, but I'm not getting what I want. Yeah, today's a learning day for sure. I go back and forth with my tensioning. I don't necessarily have a preferred tensioning direction. Like whatever works at the moment is my preferred tensioning. Well, that's it. I mean, I'm obviously learning something from my efforts called I'm not opening this lock, but considering it's the same lock as this lock, it should be open. I should have had it opened a couple times tonight, but I don't even get a full set in it, which is frustrating as all hell. Okay, we're gonna go for the tensioning I generally do. Yes, the other day I had one of these days and then I opened 4 locks that have been giving me a hard time the next day, so it's all good. I had a great night last night, got my safe dials up and running, and yeah, like it's a good thing. Uh-oh. There we go. Yes, this is 5 pin and pin spools. This is 5 pin. This is also a DeGuard interactive key, 5 pin and pin. Functional as well. So Spicy, did you see the toy I bought? I got one of these bad boys. I am not, I was thinking about tearing it apart earlier, like on camera, but we're too far into the live to tear that apart. But I got that. I'll be digging at that at one. Yeah, oh, my bylock is right. That's the sexiest thing I've ever seen. Like sometimes you just see those lock keyways or those keys and you're just like, oh, naughty time. Yeah, I will. I was sent some extra pieces for it. I just pulled on it really hard. I am gonna. I might take the key into like Home Depot and use their wire wheel on it just to try and knock any sharp edges off of it. I feel like that shark tooth key is just too much. Like he said, it shouldn't be catching up like that, but it is. Somebody else, somebody else took theirs and got their key stuck too. He said, and then they tore it apart and got it fixed. But there's like, it's pretty. I mean, you could probably use this key as self-defense if you needed. Yeah, if you needed to. But every time I put it in, it gets stuck. So. And we're going to have to do something about that. No, that wound would not want to heal well. Oh, like one of those rubber wheel flappy things. Yeah, that key is nutty. Oh, you got the same lock. Okay, yeah, good luck. Like I opened it up on live, stuck the key in, was like, get a load of this, it's stuck. I got it out before the live was over, but what do you mean thin? Oh, fine sandpaper. That's what you like, some 800 grit. Yeah, yeah. They took out the pens and they put frickin' sliders in there and added more key. Like a shark. What's the shark from Nemo? Bruce? Like Bruce's smile. Bylocks aren't food. Bylocks are friends. Come on. You don't have to be the fastest swimmer. You just got to be faster than the dude behind you. That's it. I don't know too many sharks that like take a bite out of something and then go for the next one. They pretty much eat what they get a hold of. Come on. So I am getting some feedback with this, but not. Yeah, you're not going to worry at all about your bylock. I was watching a surfer. And he got hit by two great whites at the same time, and they collided like mid-air, trying to eat him. And I don't remember if he actually got bit. I think one of them started to bite into him, and the other one knocked him out. Like, you would not catch me on a wave ever. Like, you're not going to catch me on a wave anyways. Like, Jaws mess me up. I'm not going in the ocean anymore. Like, if I can't see in the water, we're not going in there. Might have to pick something else just to get my confidence back. That's all you get. 2 inches. Take it or leave it. Yeah, you imagine like shearing your key off and you're, my God, like, how do you get that open? I actually need to like take that apart and see what it's all about. Yeah, buddy. Space is coming here. Like, what is that? A three eye Atlas is coming. Like, what is that nonsense? Is that like a real thing? Is that really going down, or is that just YouTube bullshit? Yeah, I would imagine it's just a rock, but like, what is all the like? I don't get it. Something to make memes out of. All right, we're changing locks. This one is not cooperating. I need to get something open. The Yale is beating me up too. Spicy. It's sitting here. It's right here on the bench. Right here. Killing me. Bagels and locks, or just locks and rocks? Yeah, well, that's a beautiful lock. Like, I like that. I like it. It's nice. I'm having a hard time determining what's going on in there as I play with it. Like, it's a good lock. I have not opened it up yet. Like, I like to wait until I get something picked before I open it. However, in the case of that lock, I need to change the pinning in it so that it's a purple belt. So I will be opening that one up prior to picking it, but because I ain't getting no double blacks picked. I don't even know how to pick sliders yet. I try not to like look at the keys too much either, but sometimes you can't help it. Like challenge locks, I got beat up on those the other night. I will not look at those keys until I get them open. Come on. Which one's CLS? Oh, challenge locks. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are brutal. Like you, I think you had, was it you that had the piece fly off the Bible? Almost hit you in the face? Fucking lose an eye trying to pick a lock. Like, what is it? Yeah, I actually laughed when I was like, what? You're like, what the fuck was that? The video just ends. But yeah, that piece like shot straight off it. Like, it had some heat on it. Yeah, when good challenge locks go bad, for sure. When they fight back. Come on, Grits. Get in here. Yeah, well, that could have easily, like, taken an eye out. Like, it's not like those things are smooth and silky. It's all silky and smooth till it's in your eye. Come on. We are getting some rotation, which is what I keep looking for in the other version of this, but I don't ever see any progress. Biting fingers and snapping and growling, biting and snapping like a Rottweiler on a piano. Come on, open up. And I got that Burn B1 far away lock picked. Like that one actually, like it didn't take me long to get it open. But then when I opened the lock and looked in there, I was like, Jesus Christ. Why is it so angry? Do not like the multi-pick tensioners. I like the picks. I don't like the tensioners. Starting to piss me off. Come on. Pick the outers, then the inners. Yeah, they're just weird, like they're weird. See the tensioner on those things? They're weird looking. click there. We're in the back here. Doesn't seem to want to cooperate in the back. Numb hand. You would think after being able to open this in like 4 minutes that would stay, but that has gone away. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know, maybe I overset something. Maybe my tensioning is too hard. I don't know, I was able to open it rapidly at one point and then that just kind of went away. How I feel right now. Crappy day of work, crappy day of picking. Go back to my tensioner that I like. You too, brother. Yeah, everybody's getting that last little bit of shitty out before the weather turns to garbage around here. Winter's a coming. People are already getting in their funks for the holidays and yeah, I love the cold weather, but like I'm in New England, so it's like unless you're in like real northern New England, everything just kind of dies. Like I don't have snow all winter, which if it's going to be cold, I want snow. At least the snow like reflects the sunshine and it feels all right. But it's not even really cold around here anymore. It's just shitty and like frozen mud. You know, if I come from Wisconsin, so like I miss 20 below zero and 17-foot deep snow piles. All right, so I have a little core rotation. This should be releasing here momentarily. And then it's funny, I got the trick-or-treaters getting ready to come to the house in a couple of weeks. And I usually put a bowl of candy out in the neighborhood down the end of the neighborhood here, different neighborhood. Those kids come over and they don't have much manners. They I usually put the candy out and let the kids come over and they just like dump the whole bowl. Like I'm standing there and they just dump the whole bowl. My Wi-Fi went out. That's awesome. Come on. I felt you move. It's right there. I know it's right there. Coming from the other side. Or not. There is one pin that I am not finding, and that's definitely what's hanging me up. But come on, Mr. DeGard. What's going on with you? Maybe I've just frustrated myself too much for the day. There we go. Now we're in the full set. There it is. All right. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Right. So we're in our full set and we're going to get our open. That's the one thing I like about these locks is once you hit that full set, you're only one pin away. You just got to find which pin it is and the right amount of, but it's literally one. There we go. Finally, I got it open. Appreciate it being here. We yeah, we need to put a little whisker biscuit right there. Appreciate everybody being here. It's been interesting and educational live feed for me. I don't know about you guys. entertaining, great chat. I appreciate the back and forth. I didn't even finish my not a sponsored Diet Coke, but we got a purple open. Not this one. And it's starting to make me mad. I am going to do my live feed live from Western Massacre. It's Tuesday night. I will continue to release progressional and videos that I have fun making along the way. I hope to see you all next Tuesday. Another quick shout out. Monday nights live. Go see this guy paint. Get yourself some artwork from him. It's absolutely phenomenal. Plus, it's a great live feed, lots of interaction, lots of back and forth. Again, live from Western Massacre, it's Tuesday night. Yeah, buddy.